Excellent. His Tommies are capping the right-hand side of Angeville in the blue trunks. These are two players. We don't know who they are or where they're from. This guy is called Guerilla. And in the south of Angeville, rocking the original Co-2 faction, it's the Ostheer. They've been called the Germans. They've been called the Ostheer. Now they're called the Wehrmacht. It's never say never.
I feel like you got that backwards.
What? I got what backwards?
You said now they're called the Wehrmacht, aren't they? Now they're called the Ostheer?
No. I think
called
their
Wehrmacht
official
now?
name. Yeah, I think so.
Why? What happened?
I don't know.
I've been saying Ostheer for like months.
Dude, they keep changing it, dude. Ostheer is my favorite name for them, but at different points in the game, they've been officially called Germans, which was just suck. And now they're called Wehrmacht, which I think is just so weird because, you know, we already have a Wehrmacht in the Co franchises. That's the Co-1 faction name.
Well, there's U.S. forces.
Yeah, but they were never called U.S. forces in Co-1. They were called Americans.
Okay,
so
well.
at least you have a new name for the new faction. And I would have preferred if they had remained Ostheer, because then they have a unique name for the faction, you know? And now them calling them Wehrmacht is just so weird. And, you know, of course, Wehrmacht and Ostheer, they both mean army. So, like, Wehrmacht is just... It's like calling them army. It's like they have no name. It's the most generic name. They are literally called army. It's just really, it's terrible.
Okay. Well, if we look at commander selections, we've got fortified armor, mechanized assault, and mobile defense. I've been seeing a lot of mobile defense lately. That is an unusually popular commander. I don't know why, how this commander always seems to squeeze its way into the meta. I feel like the Puma is just, the Soviet M5 is so important to counter that having that Puma option, a lot of players like it. And then for Guerilla, we've got Royal Artillery, Royal Engineers, and Commandos. So no Vanguard in this loadout, which means maybe no Crocodile this game. Might be looking at some different, more experimental British builds. I'm curious to see what his strategy is going to be here.
What do you think of sending Tommies to both sides of Angeville?
Well, obviously it didn't work out here. Those two Grens have no problem forcing that away. Maybe if he threw that one squad just in the building, like capped a couple of these points in the north and then just jumped in the house.
That was horrible for them to fight in yellow cover, wasn't it? Like getting 2v1 like that from two different sides.
And when you're in an engagement that you can't win, you should just retreat immediately.
Right, immediately. And losing 3 guys, that is just serious manpower hurt for the Brits. It's so expensive to reinforce Tommies.
A lot of people get into the habit of just like, oh, I didn't lose the full squad. Reinforcement it's half price, so what do I need to worry about? But I mean, that's
people.
It's 100
they'll stay in a
manpower.
fight because they think, oh, I'm gaining experience. You know, it's good to stay in the fight, but it's really not when you're getting ganked.
But he does chase everything off from the left side. He'll get some territory under control over there. And here comes the Ostheer sniper. I've heard that the sniper against Brits is virtually uncounterable. It can be devastating. So curious to see how Guerilla is going to handle this threat. He's on the left half of Langreskaya with these open fields. It's probably going to be very difficult to deal with this. He has not gone Universal Carrier, so he doesn't even have that option. He's just going to have to find some way to deal with this sniper. It can be very challenging, though.
Okay, I'm going to name the sniper. Living in Germany, it's easy for me to come up with German names, thankfully, as Romeo plays around in his kitchen some more. This sniper will be called Johannes.
Johannes?
Yes.
Okay.
They're fighting in the open again. These Tommies wanted to get to green cover behind that truck, but they're not going to make it. The MG is going to open up on them. They are now pinned. Dude, retreat. Okay, finally they retreat. He'll be lucky to preserve the squad. He has garrisoned the other 2 houses. I can understand why he wants to kind of draw this fight out. Now Johannes is rotating from left to right, so let's see how he fares against these Tommies in the house.
He's actually not taking a shot yet, so...
He missed his first shot.
I think I'm a little bit behind you. Can you give me a time
He missed
sync?
his second shot as well. He's firing at a face of the building where none of the Tommies are in the window, and maybe that is making it harder for him to kill them. I'm at 524, 25, 26, 27. The Tommies are now out of the house. They're chasing the sniper. They get him down to about half health. Whoa!
Whoa! Get that sniper out of there!
A few more shots. He does
He gets-
cloak in the yellow cover.
Yeah,
under
gets
those
to
trees.
camo just in time. He's dancing with death, though.
Oh, Johannes, just go home, man. What are you doing? He's not even on hold fire there. I wonder why he's
And,
not shooting.
I don't know. He must not have line of sight quite. He's a little too tucked too close to that hedge, I think. Ooh, that could be a wipe right there. Not
He
quite.
thought about shooting, but then retreated,
Oh,
and it
there
does
he
wind
goes.
up being a wipe. So Grenadier's down.
Medic bunker needs to go up in the base. Until that happens, that sniper cannot safely continue to engage. So that went very well, actually.
Yeah, what's he waiting for? He's got the ammo.
Maybe he's thinking
He
about
just
if he wants.
forgot, man.
LNG.
You think he's saving it for something else? Dude,
no.
no. Okay, here we go. Finally, it starts.
And he's had a bit of manpower float too. I think that is part of why he lost that engagement. He didn't keep units coming out, and his opponent did. So he just cranked out some pyos and a mortar, trying to get himself back up to strength. But he is a little bit behind here, and you do not want to lose the early game against Brits because it's just going to get way worse from there. Bofors going up over here to protect the right side fuel. That will completely unharried. And those...
I like that he's building it kind of, in between the whited VP and the capped fuel. It's smart to build it there before he attempts to cap it, so his opponent really has no idea and could just walk into it and die.
I'm actually curious about if the splat shows up in the Fog of War, because if you check through the Fog of War, I'm able to see it.
Yeah, it's hard to know as observers whether that splat is just shown to us or to the player as well.
But I have a feeling that he might be able to see it. I don't know.
Okay, we have another sniper to name.
Oh yeah, British
Scotland.
sniper. So I have heard.
Sorry, we gotta name him first. He might die. He's called Ian.
Ian. Okay, that's a good one. I like that.
Ian and Johannes are about to go head to head.
Yeah, Ian and Johannes, by the way, I have heard that the British sniper is the only really good counter to the Oster sniper. Just going for counter snipes is really your only reliable option. So I'm curious to see how this sniper versus sniper game is going to play out. They're both going to have to be very careful. In fact, the Oster sniper has 0 kills. He has yet to get a shot to land, despite some misses on units and houses. He has not found any good opportunities. And now with the British sniper on the field, which has revealed itself, the Oster sniper has to be careful.
Point is being overrun.
In case you're wondering in the chat, Ian is spelled I-A-I-N. Just so you know.
With an extra I, really?
Yes. Yep.
Okay. Mortar going up now. He's going hard on emplacement. He shouldn't put them so close to each other, though. You could just saturate that area with indirect fire. Double, like one incendiary mortar could be really bad right there. Never say never, unfortunately, did not field a commander with access to a mortar half-track. I think that's an important unit to have access to in your loadout, by the way, because it is an excellent counter to this British emplacement spam.
Alright, the mortar pit is finished. It's got the double mortars. You can also garrison the Bofors if he sees fit to throw some counter ranged fire in. The mortar is now starting to work.
Just locked in Royal Engineers, so he's activating stand fast. His 50 munitions and all of his emplacements will repair themselves automatically. So he's building around emplacements very, very hard.
The snipers were danger close for a moment, but now Never Say Never is in the red cover road, a dangerous place for a sniper to be hanging out. Now he's moving uncloaked toward the British position. The British sniper is ready. Ian, take your shot. Wow, he took a step towards it, and then Johannes cloaked, and Johannes is able to walk away, but he's standing in a road wide out in the open.
How did that British sniper not take the shot right? He must not have had vision. Just right
Johannes is still visible.
Right outside the vision range. I
wonder if he's trying to bait the sniper or something. I don't know. I mean, he's got the 222 sitting there.
If you look at the Fog of War, the Oster sniper is actually just outside of Guerilla's vision there. Just barely. Oh, the mortar just blew up a teller mine.
I wouldn't want to be standing near those emplacements. Just what if a wayward mortar shell fell on your head? If I was Guerilla, I'd micro Ian into some other position. Wow, this is just totally static. Is he gonna build a second Bofors? Oh my god, Bofors creep? For real?
That just goes to show how hard they are to deal with, though. They have immense firepower. You cannot get in range of that thing. If this one is allowed to complete, that's going to allow Guerilla to expand his hold all the way down to the second VP, and then the clock's going to slowly start ticking in his... Ooh, Sniper revealed himself.
Just for a... Oh, wow! What did so much damage? That must have been a mortar shot from the mortar pit. Almost killed Johannes.
Wow.
Oh my god, did you see the MG42 just get shredded by that Bofors?
Yeah, look how much damage that does.
Dude, it's like one
crazy.
shot, one kill every time with that thing against
give me
buildings
another,
as well.
give me another time.
Sure, we're
sync.
at 11 minutes and 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and, you know, have a little bit of faith, KO2 fans. The Bofors will get nerfed in the upcoming patch that will probably be beginning of next week, I would imagine.
I think that's a good time to highlight that this is the whole reason the O-Star Sniper is so tanky, is that if a mortar lands on his head just randomly, he won't die. He'll get away with just the tiniest little bit of HP. And they did that on purpose so that just you'd feel like the game was less random. Just you're not going to lose your sniper purely to just an act of God. If he's at full health, then a really lucky mortar shot, he can still survive that and get away. And that's an intentional design decision.
Dude, Romeo, we're pretty privileged. This is like a 1v1 version of like a 4v4 on Shelt 15-minute no rush.
I know, the best KO1 at its finest. The best.
Oh my god, if Ian dies to a pack shot! Oh, Ian! And here comes the 2-2-2! Oh, careful,
I think he
Ian.
might be trying to bait that scout car into Bofors range. It's skirting right along the hedge, though.
Ian's brave.
Yeah. Looks like that Bofors might go down.
Ian's gonna duck around the hedgerow. He doesn't like it anymore. The forward Bofors is danger low. Now he's gonna brace.
Yep, there's brace. I think that Never Say Never should go like double mortar. If you don't have access to the mortar half track and your opponent builds 3 emplacements, just go with 3 or 2 mortars or 3 mortars. There's no reason not to just spam indirect fire like crazy because it's your only really good counter to those emplacements. Just get rid of them with indirect fire.
Kudos to the pack. Not only does he destroy it, but he finishes off the vehicle. It cannot be remained. And I guess Guerilla was greedy or just slow to react, but he should have braced much earlier.
Yeah, could have braced earlier, but honestly, brace is probably going to be toned down, and you shouldn't. You probably shouldn't be putting your emplacements somewhere where you can't protect it from long-range anti-tank weaponry in the first place.
Don't use it like a crutch, because its cooldown is going to get a serious nerf.
So this initial Bofors placement I totally agree with. That second one though is pushing it clearly.
Dude, this pack is hungry, man. He killed the first one. Now he's working on the second one. But Ian has something to say about it. Ian kills a squad member of the pack, and the pack will reverse its gears and back away from that. Ian picks off another one.
And you can really see how the sniper versus sniper dynamic causes them to be super non-lethal. In a normal game, I'm always saying, oh, that sniper's got a kill rate of 1 per minute or even 1.5, 2.0 per minute. In this game, 14 minutes in, neither sniper has even gotten 5 kills yet. So they have to be very careful about counter snipes.
Yeah, Johannes moved into position, but by that time, Ian had already backpedaled into the safety of SimCity. Oh, that's strange. Look at Guerilla's Tommies on the left. They're getting green cover from a haystack that's no longer there.
Oh, wow. That is weird. I guess it's not fully gone? I don't know. That is weird.
HQ is under attack.
Trying to pick up a wipe over there. It doesn't look like it's going to happen. Gets chased off.
Donald Trump just purchased another plot and put up another structure. Wow. So does that? Wow. So building this forward assembly deforms the territory. That's really interesting. Look.
Oh
see
wow.
How
Oh yeah, flattened it out.
Look at that. It's like you remember. Usually it's just the sandbags that kind of create or like react to the slope of the map, but here it actually deforms the earth.
What if that created cover? What if you could use that to like make this little wall a green cover position?
Oh, I'm just wondering how the infantry will move over that little bump next. You know, this is like part of the VP now.
Actually, the forward assembly does give cover. Not the terrain around it, but the little sandbag things give yellow cover, so you actually get like a little bit of cover for building this thing. That's kind of interesting. The emplacements don't, I don't think, but the forward assembly gives yellow cover. Fun fact.
You
I
can
didn't
get in
know
the
that.
emplacements.
Yeah, that's true.
You can't get in the forward assembly, thankfully. It's such a strange little tent, and you can grab your weapons there.
I actually don't see very many British players make this, so I'm actually curious to see if
Definitely not 1v1 players.
Yeah, I'm
You
curious
see
to
them a
see
lot in
how
2v2s.
it's going to perform. It's pretty expensive to get that and the retreat point up, and Brits are already very starved for manpower, but we'll see if it works out for him.
What are these guys talking about A move? Are they talking about snipers and A move? Can you
No,
not A move
they're
snipers?
talking about LMGs, I think. They're talking about whether or not LMGs are a good design decision because they promote A-move play, where you just grab a big blob of LMGs and attack, move forward, and laser beam everything down.
Ooh, a nice stick. A well-positioned 6-pounder puts the kill shot in on the
abandoned.
2-2-2. It's abandoned. I wonder, is he going to try to steal it or kill it or what? Oh my god, with a 3-man squad. My goodness, he's trying to steal the damn thing. And it immediately turns around, starts laying some fire in. Johannes,
really
you don't
fight
want to
with
say
it?
hi to that.
I'm not gonna get. Whoa! What is he? Why is he charging right against that sniper though? Infantry section almost got wiped right there. That was dangerous.
Oh man, the LMGs just come to the rescue.
Oh.
Man, come pop out from the hole in the hedgerow and kill
He
that
had just
2-2. That was gonna be a
dodged
nice steal,
Telemine,
wasn't it?
too. Yeah, I think he could have gotten away if he'd been a little more proactive about just getting it out of there, and maybe taking a safer route.
Ian's ready to hunt, but his commander's not letting him. He's standing by all those emplacements that are constantly suffering pack fire. And where's the? So we have no more Wehrmacht mortar. It got cleared.
Yeah,
It needs
and
to
it
be
was Vet
remanned.
3 too. It needs to be remanned, and I
Whoa!
also
Tommy's just slaughtered by LMG Grants in the middle of the road. That's a pretty serious loss. They were upgraded medic Tommies that were double vet. And, you know, I mean, he's got these emplacements, but he doesn't have many units that can actually move around the map at all.
and he's floating too. He had 700 manpower right before he purchased the Centaur, so he's got a Centaur on its way. He should
Oh my
probably
God,
get out a little
Centaur.
more infantry though. Oh, we canceled it though.
That Centaur 6-pounder is a really nice combination.
Battle drills for
It's
hammer
kind
attacks are
of
ready for
reminiscent of the quad and the Zis gun pushing together.
I think maybe he's just going to try to go straight for AVRE, I guess. Still quite a bit of time away from 12 CPs, but I guess he feels that he can hold the line with his emplacements here. They're not really in much danger of being destroyed, and his opponent's mortar got cleared. I do think that the Oster player should not be floating 1,000 manpower. I think he should dump that into like 2 more mortars and just bombard this position to hell.
He did reman the mortar. Let's see if it comes back into play. You know, the Brit mortar has picked up triple vet. He's really the only triple vet unit on the entire field. But now we have a Stug Ausführung G hitting the field. That's the Stug G coming out for Never Say Never. This is the generic T3 Stug.
I actually wonder how it does against the Bofors. I think the Bofors I've seen actually do pretty significant damage to a Panzer IV. I haven't actually seen it shoot at a Stug before. I wonder if it can tank it and just drive up there and just try and
Let's find
down.
out.
Placement.
You know, Johannes pops through the hedgerow and takes a shot every once in a while at like a Brit 6-pounder or something, and Guerilla, Ian never reacts, man. Ian is so static. His sniper play really needs some work.
I feel like he just built the sniper just so his opponent would know he would have it, and not snipe
Right.
it at him.
That's funny.
So Stug takes light damage from the Bofors, it looks like, but it's not anything too.
Emplacement
6-pounder's going to town, though.
Oh yeah.
Never Say Never needs to be real careful. Do you think he's named after the James Bond movie?
I don't know.
I got nothing for that, Ami. Okay, the Comet tank is here. Wow, how did we miss that build happening?
So that's hammer specialization chosen by Guerilla. He's not going to be able to get the Churchill, although he could still get the AVRE. But Comet's going to be a pretty serious problem. One Stug already heavily damaged, another one on the way, so he's going pretty hard into tier 3 assault guns. And he's got his AT gun out as well. It's going to take quite a bit of shots to punch through a Comet, though. It's got a lot of HP.
Dude,
But I think
I've seen no other tank in Code 2 suck up shots like a Comet, like suck up pack shots.
have you seen the Churchill yet? All variants of the Churchill have ridiculous, much more HP than the Comet. They are really, really ridiculous right now.
The enemy is determined, and we are down to 300
Yeah.
points.
It just like parks in its position. The Comet, your parking spot is here, right by Ian, who is... Ian should build himself a little house, you know? Like, you know how a guard will have to stand outside? He has a little wooden hut, like a little guard outpost. He needs one of those. But
What if you
Ian
could,
has been standing in the same spot the entire game.
What if you could build sniper nests? Or what if there was a faction that could build sniper nests? Instead of them being purely ambient structures.
They
for,
can get into
man power.
trenches, right?
Snipers, probably, yeah. But the thing about sniper nests, which are on a couple maps like this one I'm crossing, is they can see over
Wait.
certain
Oh,
obstacles
you mean like the
edges
little
and stuff.
towers?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, okay. If you could build those, that's an interesting idea. What if the tower could like see over that hedgerow? That
Yeah,
divides
exactly. That's what I
hedgerow?
mean.
Oh,
Or
all
if there's a
right,
faction
right.
that has some sort of like scout tower, watchtowers. That'd be kind of fun.
That would be cool. Anything to increase scouting, I think, would be helpful. Uh-oh. Comet, what are you doing, bro?
He's trying to burst down that stud. I
Oh
don't know if
my
he's gonna
God.
win that though. He's falling low.
Oh.
Don't lose that.
Oh, that
Oh.
hurts. That hurts me to watch a beautiful OCF poster boy tank just thrown away, abandoned, left on the steps of the church. Man, let the nuns take care of it. What? Just wow. And then, GG. Dude.
Well, all right.
Dude, bro.
I,
Oh my God.
I think
What?
that this could have been handled actually better by the Oster player. He floated a lot and he didn't field enough indirect fire. I think you, against British emplacements, you should go with a more indirect fire. You don't have to be afraid to do it. They're going to be very static, so you should just bombard them from range. But I mean, he still won. So I think Stugs was an interesting decision. Turned out that it worked out pretty well. I think British player probably needed a little more anti-tank.
Hey, Romeo, on a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being noob and 10 being pro, how would you rate that game?
I'm gonna say probably a 6.5.
Whoa, you're generous. Okay.
Why? What would you give it? I think this game
A 3?
exhibited a 3. This was number
it was
like 4 in the
awful.
list.
The Sniper Micro was terrible. The SimCity was terrible.
I don't
oh,
think
man,
you're
just
taking
so many.
fully into account the
tank
whole
usage was terrible.
CO2 looks easy from an observer perspective, but when you're actually playing, it's a whole different story.
Strategically, I don't like the decisions that were made. You know, I mean, you're gonna build a Bofors. You better garrison the thing and shoot at soft targets. You know, like figure out where they are. I mean, when he first built it, it just sat there for a long time. It didn't shoot. He didn't use the barrage ability almost ever. And then the second Bofors, he didn't protect it.
Yeah, I didn't like the second Bofors either, but I think
man.
that building a Bofors in this position is a good idea. I think that this game showed knowledge of the current meta from both players.
What?
Player going with
showed that some guy knows that Bofors are totally OP right now, and he's trying to take advantage of them to grab some 1v1 wins before they get fucking throttled with the Nerf stick. Yeah,
well,
okay.
I mean, anything sounds bad if you say it with that attitude, but knowledge of the meta is part of a player's skill. If you don't know anything about what's effective or not, you're not going to have any success.
Hey, guys, you'll be happy in the chat. We have a rematch. The first game between